Unit 2 Design and Pre-Production. Lesson 3 How to Implement Eco-Design.
Learning Objectives. The present lesson aims to detail the steps to manage and develop an eco-design project to the students, as well as introducing the eco-design management system, through the following learning objectives, which are the general steps to follow when eco-designing a product. How can a working team be organized in this context? How can the results of a eco-designing project be evaluated? Which are the main characteristics of the ISO 14006?
Content of the lesson. 1. Steps to develop an eco-design product. 2. Standardizing eco-design, ISO 14006.
In general terms, these are the steps to manage and develop an eco-design project. Eco-design project organization, team, motivating factors, product selection, set eco-design strategies, generation and selection of ideas, detailed design, communication and product launch, evaluation of project results.
Every eco-design project should start finding out what goals you would like or need to achieve. What are your motives to take up sustainable design? Are they of economical, social or legislative nature? Assess what specific impact your motives have on your future designs and set your goals. On the other hand, motivating factors must be taken into account. Some external motivating factors can be the administration, the market demands or your competitors. And, also, some internal motivating factors can be innovative power, reduction of costs or an increased product quality. Finally, regarding the working team, it should be small, organized, with capacity of decision and from diverse knowledge areas of the company, costs, designers, quality, marketing, environment, etc. The areas to be involved depend on the structure of each company. Some examples are: once established the team, the project is planned, planning, responsibilities and resources. What are the environmental aspects of the product and why it is important to identify and prioritize them? An environmental aspect according to standard ISO 14001 is an element of the activities, products or services of an organization which can interact with the environment. It is therefore directly associated with the product. On the other hand, an environmental impact is defined as any change in the environment, whether adverse or beneficial, resulting wholly or partly from the activities, products and services of an organization. It is therefore directly associated with the global environment. Therefore, the environmental impacts are consequences of the environmental aspects. It is fundamental to determine which strategies are feasible and most effective. A global environmental analysis of the product will allow determining the main environmental aspects of the product's life cycle, helping the companies to assess the focus of their efforts. Other product requirements, quality, ergonomics, costs, etc., also have to be considered. Once pre-established the main eco-design strategies, conceptual design alternatives will be proposed. Once again, several tools can be applied to the product conceptual design alternatives. Since only partial information is available, and few of it is quantitative, checklist or semi-quantitative tools are recommended, but usually not life cycle assessment. The aims of the utilization of these methods are: first, to obtain a general perspective of the main environmental aspects of the product throughout its life cycle and, secondly, to identify the environmental priorities which will be dealt with during the eco-design process. Once selected the best product ideas, they are converted into design specifications, evaluating in detail their feasibility. The result of this stage should be the prototype of a new product with least environmental impact. A standard approach is to constantly evaluate your results. Only when comparing the new design with the initial situation, you will know if your efforts have had the result you were aiming for. Consider which strategies were effective, which were not so effective, and try to assess where more improvements can be made the next design cycle. Sustainable design is a continuous process. At this step, quantitative data is available and even information from potential providers, so detailed assessment on both environmental aspects and impacts can be performed. Depending on companies' resources, two options are recommended: the Eco-Design Strategy Wheel and the Lifecycle Assessment. This stage is common to all the products of the company. It includes the promotion of the new product, both internally and externally to the possible customers. Usual marketing tools of the company could be used. Anyway, as a differentiation factor, it is recommendable to communicate the environmental improvement achieved. To do that, any of the existing eco-labeling types should be used. It is better to use more than one, since they are complementary. It is interesting to carry out a complete evaluation of the eco-design project regarding both the product and the design process itself. The evaluation should contain information related to incidences during project development, benefits achieved with the changes introduced in the new design, the consequences in the marketing promotion, customers' opinions. This ISO gives guidelines for assisting organizations in establishing, documenting, implementing, maintaining and continually improving their management of eco-design as part of an environmental management system, EMS. Current version adapts the structure to the ISO 14001, 2015 and ISO 9001, 2015. It specifies the requirements of the design and development process of the products or services of an organization, for their systematic continuous improvement, through an environmental management system. It only applies to aspects on which the company can act or influence and does not establish specific environmental performance criteria. Even though it is not a standard on eco-labeling, the continuous environmental improvement of products facilitates compliance with eco-labeling criteria. On the other hand, it should be taken into account that in Spain this standard is certifiable.
Conclusions. Even though eco-design clearly brings opportunities and benefits to the companies that apply its principles, its implementation does not have to be easy in all cases. However, the steps previously described offer to the companies an essential guidance, increasing the rates of success when starting their path. Additionally, it is also important to remember, not only the existence of other guides and strategies linked to the eco-design, but also its standardization through ISO 14006. Its implantation, even on those countries in which it is not certifiable, definitely helps companies to take a step forward onto eco-design, circular economy and sustainability.